Hi, today I'm going to continue with the topic switch case statement. In the last video, we had seen if else in C. So we have seen how to use this if else and if else if, all these things we have seen in the last video. So what is this switch case statement? So switch case statement you can use in when you have those places where you have large number of else if statement, so that can be replaced with this switch case statement. Okay, so switch statement allows you to execute one code block among many alternatives. Okay, so here see, suppose this is the syntax of switch statement. So this is syntax: switch, expression, and curly brace open, and inside it we have many cases, case constant one, and then we can have many statements inside this, and then we put break. Then we have case constant 2, and inside this we can have some statements. Here I have just writing the syntax of switch statement, that's why I have here it is written as comments. Okay, so here it is break, and similarly we can have many cases, case constant 3, case constant 4, and so on. And then we can have default case in which we can write some statements. This default case will be executed if none of the cases matches. Okay, similarly you have seen like if else statement. In that case, suppose you are were writing if some condition, and if condition is not true, then it checks this else if condition. If this is also not true, then suppose many else if are there, and in the last you have else. So this statement is executed only when all the if else if are false, then this statement is executed, this else part. Similarly, this in case of switch expression, this expression, the expression inside the bracket, the value of this expression is matched with these cases. First it will match with the first case. If it doesn't matches with this, it will check for this value, case 2. This check with this value constant 2, which is the case 2. If it doesn't matches with this case, then it will check for the another case, and so on, as many as you have. And at last, if none of the case matches, then this default statement is executed. If you put this default statement, because this default statement is optional. So if you write this default statement, this will be executed when all the cases doesn't matches. And if you don't write this default statement, it will just come out of this switch statement if any of the cases doesn't match. And see what is the use of this break statement. Break statement means if I'm writing the break, it will come out of this switch block. If the case 1 matches, this one matches, the statements whatever we write here will be executed, and then break will take you out from this switch block, and the statement whatever will be written here, that will be executed. Okay, so this is the syntax of switch. So the same program which you have done with the else if or if else if, you can do that with switch statement like you have done for the day number. Means if you are given day number 1, it should print Sunday. For 2, Monday. For 3, Tuesday. 4th, Wednesday. 5th, Thursday. 6th, Friday. And 5, 6, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and 7th, Saturday. Okay. So you have done in the last video, you have seen this with the else if else if statement we had used in this program. So how we'll do this here, we'll see just now. So suppose you want to, you will take some variable integer day num, which will indicate that it is day number. And you will ask the user to input the day number. Okay. So you will ask enter day number 1 to 7 and then semicolon, and then you write scanf to take the input from the user. So this is integer. For this format specifier is %d ampersand day num. Now close. Then you are writing switch. Inside this, we will write the expression. Like here, we want to check for day num. So we'll just write day num. Day num. And inside this, what we will write? We will write different cases, like case, and day num can have value 1. So it will should print, if it matches with the 1, then it should print F Sunday. And then we write break. So that if it matches with this case, it will print this Sunday and then it will come out from the switch block. Case 2. Print F Monday. Break. Case 3. Print F Tuesday, and then you write break. See, here it is colon. Everywhere after constant value, you should print this colon. It can be character also. Okay, if your value of this is character, then you can use here character value also. But if you are writing character, then you must insert that inside the quotation marks. Okay, so now we have this case 4. So if it matches with case 4, then it should print F Wednesday. Okay, and then break. Or it matches with case 5, then it should print F Thursday and break. And then case 6, if it matches with case 6, it should print Friday, colon, and then break. And if it matches with case 7, it should print Saturday. And if the person enters any other value other than 1 to 7, it should print that it is not a valid day. So for that, we are writing this default, DEFAULT, default statement. So for that default, we have this default statement. So in this default statement, you can write whatever you want according to your requirement. So here you'll write not a valid day. So we valid day will be from 1 to 7 only. Okay. So it will print that it is not a valid day. See, this default statement is optional. But if you require, you should give this default statement. Otherwise, it will not print this thing. If it doesn't matches with any cases, it will simply come out of this block. It will simply come out of this block. Suppose it doesn't matches, a person gives 8. It will not match with this case 1, it will not match with this case 2, it will not match with any case. And if we are not writing this default statement, it will just come out of this switch block. This is the block, switch, end of the switch block. This is the starting of the switch block. So it will simply come out of the block by checking all the cases. And if we are giving this default statement, if none of the cases matches, this default statement will be executed, and whatever the statement is written here, that will be followed. So this is switch case. So you can use this switch statement whenever you require. So you can change, you can write, suppose you are asked for the taking input from the user as a month number and display the month name. So you can do that using 12 cases and so on, like we have done for the number of which day it is belongs to. So let's see some. So see, if the same program I'm writing here in the code, so what do you have to do? You have to write this as include your header file and then start with the main program. Okay, inside this we have taken the variable day name as int, and then we have written printf enter day number 1 to 7 in double quotes and then semicolon. So with this, we are giving the message to the user that it should give the user should give the day number as 1 to 7. And even if the user doesn't give this number from date 1 to 7, it will take that number. Okay, it is just a message. So that number will be stored in this variable day now. And then after using this scanf, it will be stored in day num variable. And then with switch statement, we have passed this day num variable in the switch. This bracket inside this, the expression we have given just as a variable day num. Then we are writing the cases 1, case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5, case 6, case 7, and we have one default statement. So if the day num value matches with the case 1, it will print Sunday, and then it will come out of this switch block using this break statement. So both these are in the case 1. So all the statement will be after executing the case 1, if it is matches with the case 1, it will come out of this switch block. Otherwise, it will check for case 2. If it is also doesn't match, it will check for case 3 and so on. And after that, if it doesn't match with any case, it will go to the default statement. So let's see, after saving this program, what you need to do. You have to compile this file, and when you get this 0 error, then go to the run and see what the output is saying. Enter day number 1 to 7. Then you will enter any number, suppose 1. So it is saying Sunday. So take some other number and see what is the output of that. So suppose I am giving 9. So it is saying not a weekday. So in this way, you can do the use of this switch case statement as per your requirement. So that's all for today. Thank you. Thanks for watching.